Do you want to know what's going to happen in the housing market during the next economic downturn? Check out this week's episode of Tom's Take. We're going to hit on 5 expert opinions that predict what the market's going to look like come 2020. I'm Tom Toole. Welcome to Tom's Take. Thanks for tuning in. This week, we are talking about what a lot of people in the economic and financial and intellectual portions of the markets, where they look at outlooks and predictions and what's going to happen. And these people are in the know, no question about it, what they're predicting during the next economic downturn. It is very clear, based on all the expert opinions, and yes, experts are wrong, that in 2020 is when we're going to see the economy kind of go the other way. So far this year, all the signs, all the indicators have been very positive in 2018. 2019, 2020, we may see a return to more of a normal market. But what does that really mean? Are we going to see the same crash? Where are we going here? So I collected 5 expert opinions here, thanks to my friends over at Keeping Current Matters, to go over what the forecast is. So let's jump right into them. So the first one is Ivy Zelman in her latest Z report. And just Google this stuff if you want to see who these people are. I'm not going to waste time explaining it. So while she says that economic activity has been very strong in 2018, it's continued to accelerate 2019, 2020, we're probably going to see that dial back a bit. And all told, while a lot of the solid long-term demographic underpinnings that support our positive fundamental outlook in housing, we expect, meaning she expects, that housing transaction volume and housing prices are going to weather the storm. So what she's saying there is that based on a lot of the factors that are out there, housing should remain strong even if the financial markets take a bit of a hit. The next opinion comes from Aaron Terrazas, Zillow's senior economist. So Zillow, I'm sure you heard of them. What he says is that while much remains unknown about the precise path of the economy in the U.S. in the years ahead, another housing market crisis is very unlikely to be a central protagonist in the next nationwide downturn. And so what he's saying is, hey, there might be an economic downturn. Housing should remain strong. Mark Fleming, First American's chief economist, if a recession occurs, it's unlikely to be caused by housing-related activity. And therefore, the housing sector should be one of the leading sources to come out of the recession. So we know what happened in 2008. That's very clear. A lot of it was bad lending policies, bad loans being given. We get it. What Mark's saying here is that that's not going to be the case this time. That was a once-in-a-lifetime sort of thing that happened. If you look at what went down before 2000, when a lot of these bad loans started to get funded, we saw very stable appreciation in the housing market for a 25-year period through good and bad economies. So that's a really great point there. Mark Holbert, from the Financial Analyst and a journalist, real estate may be one of the best investments during the next bear market for stocks. And by real estate, I mean your home and other residential properties. So he's not only telling you to invest in your home and make a good decision where you're living, but look at investment properties, which is a great wealth building strategy, no question about it. And lastly, U.S. News and World Report. Fortunately and hopefully, the history of recessions and current issues that could harm the economy don't lead many to believe the housing market crash will repeat itself in an upcoming decline. So what we're seeing from all these experts, these are people in the know. They study the markets both locally, nationally. They know about the economy, financial markets. Everyone is saying, not if, but when the downturn happens, housing is going to weather the storm, and housing's not going to be the cause of it like it was from 2008 to 2012. So this is really great to hear. And what that means for you, the consumer, really here's the point, is that if you're thinking about making a real estate decision, think about all the factors. Think about how if you're looking to sell a home, maybe better to try to cash out now and maximize your return than even wait another year or two. And if you're looking to buy, what we know about the financial markets is when the market turns a little bit, interest rates tend to go up. So if you're looking to buy a home, maybe you want to buy now. We're seeing historically low rates in the low to mid 4s versus when rates are predicted to go up even as early as next year into the 5s. So I would really evaluate your situation, think about what's going to be best for you, and make a winning decision. And most importantly, have a long view. These are not short-term investments when you're buying real estate. That's the mistake a lot of people make. They buy based on, if they're investing, appreciation instead of getting the asset to perform. And when they're buying residentially, they're trying to outthink the market rather than where they're going to be happy and comfortable. Think about what your goals are, what your needs are, and make decisions based on that. So we'll see what happens in 2 years when all this comes to fruition. I hope it's right. I hope we're getting good advice here from these experts. Let me know if you need anything yourself. Otherwise, I'll be back next week with another episode of Tom's Take.